Penis.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties. That's how we're starting this shit.
So, Jarek,
Yarick.
God
Yar-
damn it.
Is it Jarek or Yarick?
It's he pronounces it Jarek, but it's supposed to be Yarrick.
Yarrick a Whiterun.
he's the Yarrick.
He does a lot of things that he's not supposed to.
Well, give me 2 D100 rolls then.
Woohoo! What? Shit. I just had them out. Where did I do them? Oh, there they are. All right. The first one is a 55.
Fear of rats.
Oh boy, that's fucking awesome.
That can't be negative in any way.
No. Okay, where's my goddamn?
Yes,
character?
especially with all the haunted, dilapidated building we'll be doing.
Real.
I'm sure rats will never come up.
No.
Rats are cute.
No. Well, I mean,
I like rats.
if you take any, like, how bad is this fear? What are we talking about?
It's completely up to you.
Oh god.
I mean,
damn it. Okay,
you-
so.
You could be
So-
racist against halflings.
Could start as a slow burn, then if you keep interacting with them, it gets a little worse. Or you might just kill them on sight,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is
Or they could give you uncontrollable diarrhea every time you move them.
trying to find my notes. Where do we go? Where do we go? Other. Say fear of rats.
I'm gonna put on
No,
my
that's-
robe and wizard hat because apparently Jenny gets really excited whenever I use the wizard stuff.
Oh.
Keep it in the bedroom.
Oh!
Oh.
Alright, so
Oh.
the second roll. Let's go with a 95.
Wow. Let's see.
Just out of curiosity, what is a 100 on this chart?
It's not that kind of. It's not that kind of chart. It's all sadly 100. I don't know what kind of dark secret of max roll would be. What's your alignment? That might affect things.
Chaotic neutral.
Hmm.
He is an agent of chaos.
I'm an agent of chaos. What am I?
What's your class also?
I am a wood elf barbarian.
What elf barbarian? That's interesting. You don't see that every day.
Just kicked out for being so fucking hardcore.
I had no
I
idea.
think I
what
feel
you
like
just-
barbarian fits the wood elves well enough.
Yeah, that was their favorite.
They got a more
class,
tribal thing going on.
3.5.
Allegedly, unless this doesn't fit with your character, then we can re-roll. You made a pact with a demon that you would give your life for power at a later date, some 5 years in the future, for power now. You made this deal, but escaped the demon, and he still hunts you to this day.
I mean, it's super easy to trick me into doing stupid shit. So.
Well, it sounds like you got the one over on him, and he's pissed about it though. But you might have just walked off and forgot about the deal if you're dumb enough.
It's somebody else's problem now. He's not necessarily that dumb. He just doesn't really think through his actions.
Oh yeah.
He's very impulsive with everything, and I want to find the fucking simplest, most straightforward fucking way I'm going to go, and that's where I'm going. So, how do I put this in my notes? Let's call it.
Just right on a record.
If you can go to description.
Demon.
Yeah, you can do background on description or anything like that, or go to notes and you can click allies or enemies or.
Yeah, I have it under
backstory.
other, along with my fear of rats.
Mm-hmm. So some pitchfork wielding man came out of the smoke and was like, "I can increase your strength now for a price later." And you're like, whatever, I don't care. Later's a later problem.
Oh, so I get to hit things even harder?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then he's like, meet me on Blood Moon Hill in 5 years. And you're like, yeah, sure, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I'll definitely remember that. What was I supposed to be doing today? I'm pretty sure drinking, and
Check.
drinking. I'm pretty sure it was just drinking and drinking.
Check
Okay,
and
let's go.
check.
Okay.
Boom. All right, those are in. Fucked over a demon for power, and I'm afraid of rats.
So Yark, in his travels, came to Barovia and then realized he couldn't get out. There's a great wall of evil mist that even Yark knows not to cross. As your skin starts to burn off and your soul starts to get sucked out of your body.
And nothing has pissed me off more since. So, the first town I found, I grabbed the nearest fucker, and I slammed him up against the side of a wall, grabbed him by the balls, and said, "Start singing, little canary. Why can't I leave?"
He's like, it's Strahd's law. This is his domain. I'm sorry, it's not anything to do with me.
So I drop him. "Where can I find this little piece of shit?"
He points to like a big dark castle in the darkness and like lightning strikes.
And so I wander aimlessly towards the castle.
You are the appropriate level 7, correct?
Yes.
All right, making sure.
Yes. I had to make sure that I wasn't the level 10 version of him. That wouldn't be nice.
Well, him just literally pointing to the castle, that was a joke. But he did say, Strahd, he's the lord of this land, he's unkillable. You're like, unkillable? I don't like that. So you're like, oh, I'll find out how to kill him.
Yeah. No, I beg to differ, and I start wandering in the whatever direction he pointed his finger in whenever I squeezed a little bit on his balls.
He actually kind of liked that part, and he was, pointing you in the right direction as payment.
And any time that I forget which direction he pointed, I find a new person to squeeze.
Giggity.
And so I find myself
Using all our balls.
wandering into what the fuck where are we at now?
Krez.
I'm trying to remember the name of this place.
We're at the Abbey.
You.
The Abbey, that's right.
Mhm. The players
Oh,
are
yeah.
doing something else, but you, wandering around in a dangerous AoE of fury to anyone that might get in your way, made it to a small town called Krez.
All right. Do I see Strahd?
Sounds absolutely nothing like Perez, but don't mind me.
Strahd isn't here, but you're always keeping your eyes open. Just in case he walks by.
I gotta remember to ask what he looks like.
Yeah.
It's a large black ball.
Yes.
Can I have one of those? Yeah, I'm playing TV. My stuff? It's right here. So we fucking shit
Alright,
because
so
I
what's
have all my
happening?
stuff up.
Perhaps sensing your intent, or even your capability, you, before you got to Krez, were approached on the road by an old gypsy woman. And she flipped a card towards you. With a rotten teeth smile, said, "You wish to take on the vampire? You'll need a little help. Even you." On the card.
Vampire?
What do you say?
What vampire?
The demon Strahd, your prey.
Oh, yeah, him. Let's go. I'm ready. Just point me in a direction, I'll go there.
She points to the card she hands you. It looks like 4 people all very detailed, as we'll state shortly here in a moment. She says, "Find them, and you will find Strahd."
Sounds good enough. I'll just go and ask the nearest town folk where I can find them.
Yeah, maybe that's what led you to Krez. People that have been like, "Oh yeah, they helped me," or "Oh yeah, they beat me up." Um, but in Krez you sit. The party proper also is approaching Krez. The large church looms above the town, rising up the tall, snow-peaked mountain. The mountain range sits to the north, high in imposing darkness, with the town and the church being one of the last few stops before the great climb, if you were so inclined to do so. Um, the town sits wrapped around, cordoned off by a well-made tall wooden wall. Torchlight marks the gates into the town. A wide, tall wooden gate with lattice planks reinforcing it with iron banding. Two guards stand in front, both large, barrel-chested, and quite ugly. Um, both have kind of uneven faces. One has a large neck boil, and the other has a portion of his nose missing.
Brother.
What do you guys do? Irina's walking forward.
Mind my own business. Keep going.
Yeah, I probably would do that.
Are we
Um,
approaching at the same time?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's those guys and you, and we'll meet in a second.
Okay.
The guards say, "What is your business?" in Krez, of course. Irina will speak up unless one of you beats her to it.
No, I'll let her talk.
It says, "We've been on a long journey. We seek the Abbey." He says, all right. No trouble in town. Gates open. Not the huge wheel and lever system that had to open the gates in Valaki that you had seen. This kind of just swings out in a wide arc, allowing enough room for maybe like two carriages, front to back, or side to side. I mean, allowing you in. They open the gates to the town. In this part of the country, near the mountains, the weather is a bit colder. Mist rolls down from the mountain, giving the city an ever-present, murky feeling with low visibility. Everyone is carrying a torch or a lantern, careful of their steps. The town is small, tightly packed within its well-made walls. Clearly, their answer to Strahd's horrors is to batten down the hatches and recede inward. As such, you get a lot of wary looks from the townspeople. It seems that many around here are injured or deformed in some way, missing a leg, missing an arm, a deformed face, such and such. Despite all that, the city is quite alive, at least compared to something like Valaki or Barovia City, where the people were too scared and beaten down to even step outside most of the time. Two men argue loudly on a lightly paved street, both holding lanterns high to see each other's faces. Some sort of accident with their horses running into each other. A small child sits near an iron fire pit with a few logs burning, beggar's cup out. You see a mix of things caused by the city being squished together. Several of the large cottages are almost flush with each other. Goats and sheep share patchy grazing grounds and small gated pastures. You see a small tavern named the Full Bottle. It almost beckons you in.
You realize you're not hallucinating.
You don't think so?
Oh, I'll go in.
I will follow.
Called the what? Empty bottle?
Full Bottle, actually.
Full bottle?
Small tavern is simple. Built as some squish buildings are, tall, not wide. Has two floors, but is mostly what you'd expect from a simple tavern. The fire in the hearth roars, keeping the place as warm as it can. The few inside are fairly plain. Barkeep is a younger looking man, likely from the family that owns the bar. He is missing a long strip of flesh going down the side of his body. Another point of interest is the Wood Elf Barbarian. Mr. Yarick, you were told to find Strahd. You needed to find these people who also hunted him and are hunted by him. And lo and behold, who should walk in but clearly them. If we want to do a quick refresh on character introductions, now's the time.
I was typing this out and I almost put a weed elf.
A weed.
Aren't those all of the elves?
I mean, I've been typing all day, so it's gonna happen.
Hey, I understand. So, I guess I will go first. An unusually tall wood elf, standing at around 6'2", with a oddly bright red mohawk that is easily 8 inches tall, that sticks straight up. The rest of his head is shaved. He is far, like, instead of like the usual lithe muscles that you see in most elves, his muscles are thick and just imposing. Everything about him is just puts off the impression that he has lived a rough life. He's got scars covering his body, and he wears a black bear pelt as a cloak, with the head and the upper jaw still intact, so that he can use it to cup over the top of his skull when he needs to cover his face. He has a great axe laid across the table in front of him, and other than that, I can't think of anything else. I don't believe he's wearing any. Yeah, he's not wearing any kind of armor. He's literally wearing just fucking,
Loincloth.
but not a loincloth. He's wearing some kind of like just pants,
Codpiece.
but
It's just hanging right up.
It's rough pants, but they are tattered and torn. If he was ever wearing a shirt, it's not there. But he does have like a belt with several. He's got 2 hand axes hanging from there and a javelin strapped across his back, with a backpack laying next to the table. And he seems deeply uncomfortable with all of the people around him, although people seem to give him his space.
Quite an imposing sight. You see him kind of sitting at a random table, but you can see the people in a wide arc as far away as they can sit. Some even standing on the side of the wall, giving him uneasy looks as he brandishes this massive weapon. These farmers and crafters obviously do not want any trouble from him, and are giving him as much berth as they can in this small tavern. In walks Ixalan. You first.
You see, and I have my hood down for this since we're walking through. I don't want people to draw any attention, unwanted attention to us. A Eldrin elf, pale skin, light emerald eyes, shoulder length hair that's ashen blonde. I guess average height for an elf. So not really.
What is the average height for an elf?
I don't know what the height for an elf is.
Depends on the race.
No.
Depends on the race. I know that like drow are generally around 5'1" to 5'2".
Yeah, average are between 5'5" and 6'1". So I mean, it's like
Garrett sits there praying at night.
Yeah, so
just
like I
once
said,
that his party wasn't entirely elves.
It's like their average median height that you see.
All right.
Regular, like, dark stained leather outfit, a black cloak with a hood that normally stays shrouded around him whenever he's walking anywhere or anything like that.
Spiked wiener piece.
Yeah.
So I actually wouldn't be able to tell you're an elf when you walk in.
Yeah, you'd be able to see it.
Wait, I would be able to see it?
Yeah, you would. I don't have my hood up.
Oh,
Hey, man.
I
my
thought
hood,
you
my hood is
usually
down.
have it up.
He has not thrown his hood off.
Got you. I
My
thought
hood
you
is-
were saying you
no,
came
my-
in with hood on.
No, my hood's down. Walking through the town. That way, we don't call. I don't. There's no unnecessary attention drawn to us.
Understood. Sorry.
You see that I carry one dagger on a side, short sword on another side, and there is like a little bell that I carry with me as well. And I have a big ass scar across. I think it was where was it? Basically gashed across the front of my nose, or right by the bridge.
Respect. I like a good scar.
Next.
Who's next? Calgath?
Sure.
I'll be flanking everyone.
I guess I'll probably actually walk in after Patrick, so let Patrick go.
I just said I'm at the end of everyone.
Oh yeah, are you? I said I followed you in.
Oh, damn.
Fuck you! I'm last. No, I'm last. No, I'm last.
James and Patrick
I
are
see
shoving
two
each other,
people
trying to be nice to
doing
each
like
other.
a little circle right outside the door, trying to follow each other in.
Pretty
No, you
much.
first. No, I assist. No,
I'm raping you. No, I'm raping you. No, I'm raping you.
I'm gonna get
sounds
that
right.
first.
Anyway, we both kind of step in at the same time. Saloon style. We kick in the doors and let them flap behind us. Yeah. I look like a regular elf. Maybe a bit more yellowish greenish, but to anyone's eyes, without telling them, I'm pretty much a normal elf. I'm actually half orc. I wear a bone, a jawbone of an orc over my face to pretend that I have tusks. I'm wearing chainmail and I carry a bow.
He also looks like a bitch.
Does he look like a bitch? Anyway,
Like a bitch.
I guess with the new ranger type thing I'm doing, I guess I should have like a ranger hood.
Wait. Are you a ranger too?
He's
No,
doing.
I'm a
No, he's doing the path of the hunt. That
Oh,
clear-
okay. I was supposed to be like, dude, we're both clerics, and now we're both rangers.
I'm basically a ranger that can cast spells though.
He's an
Yeah.
outdoorsy cleric.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best guy.
He's a woodsman,
Oh,
not a clergyman. A woodsman.
He loves stroking that wood.
who doesn't? You know what I'm saying?
Even more so if
Depends
it's
on the wood.
Right, Patricia.
Let's see, I have my exact stats here. It's basically me as an elf, pretty much. So it's not like super hard to figure out, other than the fact that I'm really old. My skin is dark purple. I have olive green hair and yellow eyes. I also have a hood over my head, and with me there's a very large wolf that is sniffing at everybody's.
I feel like for
Weird
all
asses.
intents and purposes, you're basically a drow.
No, not drow, because then I would be allergic to all the cinnamon. Can't be doing all of it.
What?
I'm not, man. I'm allergic to cinnamon.
Oh, I thought you said allergic to cinnamon. I was like, what? What?
Yeah, man, don't you know that's the one way to kick a drow's ass? You just blow some cinnamon in their face.
I
My
mean,
wood-
I think that works on everybody.
That's probably the gayest weakness I've ever heard in my whole life. Hey man, how do you fight that guy? Oh, you gotta shoot his fucking heart. What about him?
Yeah,
Just blow some cinnamon in his
Ultimately,
face.
Drizzt was taken down by the fucking cinnamon challenge.
Hey, let somebody blow some cinnamon into your eyes. Let's see how well you fight.
Everybody's weakness.
Caleb almost killed himself in the kitchen doing the fucking cinnamon challenge.
Probably almost killed himself doing next to
That's
nothing
what we were in high
though.
school. I got him to do it. I was like, dude, you know people like die from that? Don't do that. Stop it. Get some water.
Don't do that shit. You're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Additionally, with them, a man walks in as well. He is in much more simple clothing than they are. He looks like a very stereotypical woodsman. Tall, built, big, bushy, wiry black beard. He has a very sort of dour look on his face, though. He looks like a beaten dog almost.
Oh,
Uh,
that dog can beat me any
Oh,
day. He looks so good. I just want to lay him down on the rug like a carpet.
Okay,
uh,
pitch.
he's, he's wearing simple clothes, an axe on his back. Um, Additionally, a very beautiful woman walks in with long, very dark red hair. She has high, noble cheekbones. She's wearing what at some point could have been a nobleman's armor set, but is now quite tarnished and dirty. She walks in with a purpose and clearly has a very confident mentality.
It's to save China. It's Mulan.
But she looks quite pale. This gang walks in to the almost audible distaste of all the regular patrons who all just kind of like, oh god, what now? Big Bad goes and gets close to people who immediately recoil back, expecting a bite. He doesn't, though.
Doing that curious dog thing where they like sniff ferociously at your
Yeah.
face. Like,
And you try
yeah,
to push them back, they like full bore go into you. It's like, I'm
like
getting that
huffing
sniff.
your scent. Not just smelling you, but just huffing it. Just.
uh,
So yeah.
so
So as the dog walks in, like all of the so there was a palpable tension in Jarek as he's sitting here surrounded by people and walls. He hates every minute of being in this fucking city. As the dog walks in, it seems to melt away as he grabs whatever happens to be on his plate and he's like, "Here, puppy, come here, puppy. Yeah, come here, come here. You want this?"
how does Big Bad feel about this, Patches? He's a dog.
what is he offering?
Whatever the fuck that dude brought me whenever I told him to bring me ale and something to eat.
But
Okay. Yeah, he just looks up at me like, please God, let me go. It's not understand.
in any case, Yark, as you try to get the dog over, some neuron deep in the back of your mind fires.
Oh right, I was supposed to be doing something.
These would be the people, as stated on the mysterious tarot card, a very stylized version of the party that you see before you, most notably the woman in front, walks in as though fate decreed it.
So yeah, he immediately stands up and looks directly at all of the. Oi! Where the fuck do you know about Strawn? Wait, no, where is Strawn? Yes, you.
There was a kind of a quiet, uneasy murmuring from people. Like one person was like, "Oh, get that dog back," and a couple of people kind of backed up and said, "Oh, here we go. Hope they don't cause any trouble." But now it's pin drop.
Ew, a puppy.
You're like, "Where's Strahd?" Everyone goes dead silent and is staring at you.
Walk up and grab your beer and drink it and put it back on the table and be like, that's what we'd like to know.
No, you don't know either.
Clearly
Why the
not, or we'd be
fuck am
busy
I looking
stabbing
for
his
these
ass.
fucking fuckwits? God damn it! I thought I was supposed to fucking know.
I'll pull a gold out and slap it on the counter and be like, Strahd's at the bottom of the next keg.
That sounds like fun.
The barkeep, his scarred face kind of twists into a smile. It's like, well, as long as you got gold. Drinks all around.
-1 go.
actually did any with my inventory as far as how much gold I have. And I can't find it. Inventory. There we go. Do I have money?
Should.
Starting goal.
How do I have total 9 gold? Oh, I
Because
have a
you've
bunch
been-
of silver.
You've been
Yeah.
buying a bunch of shit for people, James.
Yeah.
Gold's hard to come by in Strahd's land.
Alright, I literally have just a dash mark for currency, so I don't know exactly
Yeah,
what I'm
you have
supposed
to roll your starting gold.
What is
Alright, how do you do that?
barbarian starting gold?
Oh boy.
Excuse me.
2d4 times 10.
There you go.
Oh, 2d4? Oh, shit. Where's bag of dice?
He rolls 2 ones.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Oh, oh, sorry.
Barbarians and monks don't get a lot of gold.
I sent pictures of Jenny with me of me to Jenny with my wizard costume on, and she was like, "Can everybody see you?" I was like, "No, nobody has a camera on," but I told him I dressed up.
She should have been like, "It's just for you, bud."
Take the pants off.
She's over there. She's getting
Oh,
hot
they
and
are
bothered.
off under this robe.
What a pants. Oh, fuck. Come on, man. Okay, I'll just have to roll this one.
Not what you're wearing, sweetie.
Just roll 2d4 on the thing.
Alright, so I got a 3 and a 2.
I got
so
an
5.
8, man. Why don't you just take my 8? What you mean?
So what is that?
50.
You said
It's times 10.
so I have 50 gold?
Yes.
Is my card. Alright, so that's what we'll go with. 50. Let's do it. Bam. Alright, we're good.
Sorry.
A woman walks up to you and she says, like I said, high cheekbones, very noble demeanor about her. She carries a long sword at her side.
And she was one of the ones described?
Yes, she's one of the prominent figures in the tarot card. And a red scarf around her neck. She says, "What do you know about Strahd?"
Oh no, that fucking cocksucker won't let me leave this shithole. And I'm supposed to be finding you shitheads so I can get out.
She nods solemnly, though a little confused. She says, "I'm not sure about you finding us, but here we all are."
Yeah, some
We-
old bitch told me to find y'all, and y'all were supposed to tell me where Strahd is so I can fucking pull his heart out of his asshole and shove it in his throat.
Well, you know, he's in that big castle over there.
This
Where?
is the part where
That
the
kind of looms over everything
you guys are kind of far away from it now.
from far away.
This is the part where the party all gives meaningful glances to each other. The old bitch. He can only mean one thing.
The old bitch.
The old
Hey,
bitch with
right.
the playing cards, and she's like flashing them around and shit. I don't remember what the fuck she said, but she said, find these people.
Well, Marina says, we're
Did she
hunting.
give me a card?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so I'll produce the cards that she, or a card that she gave me. Be like,
Yeah, she gave me this, and, there.
Marina takes it and she says, "Amazing. It looks just like the ones you have. It changed when we helped the Argenbost."
Fucking what?
She's talking to them.
Oh.
I take my drink and I sit down next to Yark. Well, it seems like you're gonna be joining us from now on. As long as you can keep up, I think we won't have a problem.
Wood elf, huh? I fucked one of those once. It was more like a bush elf, though. You know what I'm saying? They fucking machete like the goddamn Amazon down there. What?
What the fuck are we talking about? I'm so confused.
Well, we just
What
went
fuck
from
are you talking about?
having a regular conversation to James talking about snoo-snooing an Amazonian elf
I mean, that's not super
from the
weird. I just didn't know.
70s.
From
Jesus.
the 70s.
Are you saying that they usually don't have something down there?
No.
No hanging sausage.
I would know myself.
Irina says, it seems someone wants Strahd stopped just as badly as we do. I
Yeah,
think it would
that's
be best
me.
if we
It's
joined
me. I
forces.
want him to stop. I want him to stop. That's me. And he raises his hand way up in the air.
She smiles. She says, "Yes, me too, me too." Um, Irina says,
So why aren't we going there now?
There are some certain things we have to take care of along the way first if we want to make sure that we're at our very best to take down Strahd. It's not a simple straight line. He has means and methods of placing
talking
things
too
in
much.
roadblocks.
You're talking a whole lot. What the fuck are you talking about? We go there, and I hit him with my axe until he stops breathing, and then I pull whatever insides are outside, and then we win, and then we all go home.
Irina says, Strahd can't be killed so simply. We discovered that not only has he been killed before, but um, a very important person thinks that killing him again would only cause him to return. Perhaps even stronger.
You're giving me a lot of headaches now. Wait, he's died already?
That's
He's
what
he's
lot of
basically
names.
an undead, so he keeps coming back. We're trying to find a way to permanently make sure he doesn't return.
No, I fought the skeletons and shit. You just hit them really hard, and they don't get back up.
This one is very special. We're finding out more now, but
All right,
soon we'll smash Strahd.
Y'all do the thinking
Emphasis on
things,
smash.
and just tell me when I can hit him really hard.
Yeah, no problem there. You'll know when we need you to swing, you'll be swinging.
Good. I feel like. Okay, I need a nail. I need a fucking nail. My head hurts. Nail!
The barkeep brings a big, almost shield-sized portion of big tankards full of ale, and he just sets it, pops it down on the table, and he takes a good look at all of you, and he says, "I don't have a name, but you are the only people I could ever imagine. Do you know a?" He looks down at his hastily drawn notes.
The answer is no.
You say no.
Gotta get that citizen name randomizer on hand.
Do you know a older man, a bard named Rudolfo van Richten?
Nope.
And then I ask, do you know one of those?
You do. He helped you out in Valaki several times.
Nope, got wrong person. Fuck off.
Well, the party knows, because they worked with him a lot.
Oh, him. I
It's been a
definitely
long
recognize him.
But yes, he was the bard. He helped you. He pointed out, this and that. You asked him a lot of questions. He seemed to know a lot. In the Hag's windmill was also mentioned, if you remember.
I got too many notes to go back and look.
You're playing against yourself.
There was a note about him, and it said that he is not what he seems. But they did not give any more information than that.
Yeah. Different character knew about that shit, but
Yes, it's true. Regardless, the older party does know him, whether you're out of character do or not. But you did know him in Valaki. You worked with him.
Be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'll wait. This pertains to you two. 5-second breather.
His name was Rudolfo? I thought it was something else. It was Rictavian.
Was it Rictavian?
Yeah.
I'll be right back too.
Yeah, it was Rictavian because I called him Rick something, Rick Nasty or some shit.
He switches names a lot, so it's hard to keep up with.
Makes sense.
I know all about that. James got to remove the wizard robe in order to piss. Instead of just being a regular fucking nerd and just peeing in a bottle.
It's not a regular mode, man. I only hear motherfuckers peeing bottles. Keep them under their bed.
That's not a piss bottle they keep under their bed.
Gross.
That's their homemade Molotov cocktail.
I gotta say, man, I feel like getting hit with a giant glass bottle of someone's piss would probably be a lot worse than just being caught on fire for a little while. Because you can roll around. The piss is gonna be out for a while.
Wow, I came in at a great time.
Oh, holy fuck. I
Better.
hear Derek talking about turning the heater on, and I walk out in my wizard costume, and I scream, "Heat this dick!" And he just fucking busts out laughing. That was great. Alright, what's going on, old man?
Yeah, the bard, he fucking has like 100 different names, so I forgot which one I told you guys, but you guys remember him.
Rictavio.
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 On
I do
Rickton.
remember Rictavio.
Yeah,
Rictavio.
old Rick Astley.
Salt and Pepper Bard. He wasn't a bard like Souffle. He seemed more like an informational kind of guy. Had stories and tales. He
Whoa,
helped you guys
whoa
out.
now, whoa. That's an insult to Souffle, sir.
I don't think he can play an instrument or sing. The Rictavio man. Regardless,
He's a bard.
he's a tale teller bard. You see.
Oh, I didn't know there was an option.
Story and all that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the bartender dropping off your drinks, much needed by especially Mr. Yorick, who presumably gulps down 3 or 4 of them. I can only assume. Some bard left this for me to give to you. I don't know why. He had a fancy hat on, older man, salt and pepper beard. He brings you a tied-up note along with a giant yellow-white fang.
Wait, to me?
To the part, not to you. You
Oh.
know each other. To the
Gotcha.
party. You're involved now.
He has it comes with a note.
Yes.
What-
If anything, he looks at you and he's like, you too.
I grab the note and I open it up.
In Quill, a note is left for you all. It says, "Hello, friends. Rictavio here. You good folk hired those gruff fellows sticking up the back of the bar to find a worthy hunt. Well, they did so, and they got me to track you down. I remember you saying you were heading this way, so I sent a raven up for you. If you come back to town, these well-spoken men have something for you. Also, things are getting a bit strange around here lately. Lady Watcher is certainly more sane than Vargas, but even this old fool can sense something under the surface.
It's Lady Watcher.
Until we meet again, the illustrious bard, Rudolfo van Richten." You note the name difference. It's the 2 names in his note, along with some other inconsistencies. So, odd.
Rudolfo is ballin'.
But he
What is it?
mentioned some
What
things,
was
some
the
information.
Name at the end?
Rudolfo.
At first, Rudolfo, yes.
He states Rictavio at first, but at the end he puts Rudolfo.
Mm-hmm. He also said that, the bartender said that he was here, and in the note he said he sent a raven. Strange inconsistencies make no sense to you, but you do remember hiring those hunters to find you a worthy hunt, and it seems they have found one.
And they're in town?
They're in Valaki.
Oh, Valaki. We gotta go all the way back to fucking Valaki for that? God damn.
With Lady Watcher and such.
Oh, God.
It's like a 3-day. journey, isn't it?
It's like a 12-day journey, but
God.
bartender overhearing this says, "Oh, there are carriages in town if you need them."
Well, what do y'all think? Should we go back and try to clean up another mess?
I don't know.
You said that there was a giant fang with it.
Yes.
Can I see that? And I would like to inspect it.
It is very large, about as big as your palm. It is stained yellowish white, a tooth. Um, looks like a big squarish incisor, um, elongated a little bit. You have seen the canine-like fangs a few times now, most notably from Hector himself.
Hmm. Hmm. Do I recognize the tooth at all?
Give me a survival check.
Oh, that's a 12.
It does seem canine in proportion, but you're not sure. It's so large, it's weird.
What's that from?
What would I know what this is from?
Give me a survival check.
19 plus 5, 24.
You said what now?
24.
24?
I just heard a bunch of numbers.
Yes, definitely a werewolf fang, though the biggest you've ever seen. And it's also weirdly long. Not lo- it's weirdly the width is huge. It's strange, but definitely lupine werewolfus.
I turn to, he says his name's Henry. Is that the guy's name?
Hector.
Hector. I can't remember his
Adopted
name.
him.
I can't remember. So I'll look at him and like nod and throw the tooth to him and be like, does that look familiar?
He says not really. I don't think so.
What you think?
Wow.
All us werewolves just know each other. Oh, I see.
Well, he might know the guy who turned him.
So, uh, just judging by appearances, like, uh, God damn it, now I'm struggling to remember fucking names. Dathis is
Yes.
probably the one that looks the most sort of outdoorsy woodsman type, right? Or would I sort of assess Hector to be more outdoorsy?
Do you mean lives outdoors and is a
Yes.
woodsman?
Yes.
Yeah, Hector.
Someone who looks the less civilized. That is my immediate assessment.
Probably Hector. Yeah, he's clearly a woodsman.
Okay.
The others are more like adventurers that are familiar with the woods.
So yeah, I immediately start sizing him up as like sort of trying to judge like how close to me is he? Like is he someone who just is off the grid bullshit or is he like a fucking city folk like all these other motherfuckers that are prancing around me?
You can tell he's pretty off the grid. Uh, how would you tell that? His big forearms are wide and taut with muscle from swinging an axe all day. You see his hands aren't soft and supple, but are just a hard, chitinous, callous mess now. You see, um, yeah, that sort of thing.
All right.
He's very Ted Kaczynski.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm keenly listening to what this guy says.
Hector doesn't know. His werewolf nature is separate from his human nature. All he knows is he feels really sick, and then he passes out, and then he wakes up, and he's 100 miles south, and there's blood all over him.
So he obviously has no recognition of this thing.
Yeah, he just sees it as a tooth to him.
Gotcha.
So what do y'all think? Do we think we need to find what we need to here in the Abbey, or do we need to head straight back and figure out what exactly is going on?
How is this gonna get us any closer to Strahd?
I was gonna ask: is it known, like, what connection Strahd has to the origin of werewolves in this particular universe?
I don't think you would know that as a character.
No, we haven't come across it yet. All we
Okay.
know is that one fight that we had in Valaki where he summoned a bunch of bats and zombies and werewolves.
But I guess we still know that there is one, because that's just kind of like, well, duh, we're in Strahd's land.
Yeah, this used to be a nice country, you know. Now it's not. These things weren't always here. Now they are.
Okay.
What? Why does one picture in Roll20 look like it's from Stratholme?
I don't.
Like, anyway,
I mean, it's not, but
I know,
it does.
yeah.
Like the gate and everything. Yeah.
Was that a WoW thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Garrett's lying. He's been playing WoW for years. He just likes to play dumb.
I was there for the plague.
Oh my god, don't remind me.
Yeah, I missed it. This should be awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Arena's opinion is, well, we're already here, so we might as well see the abbot.
Yeah, I think we need to take care of what we need to here first, and then we'll decide if we need to go back to Valaki.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Nod in agreement.
What are y'all looking for here? I have a really good method for finding information.
Oh,
What
we're
exactly
no
is
strangers
that,
to
by the
that
way?
method.
What exactly is your method?
Alright, see, it's real complicated. So, you go up, you find the nearest person to you, you grab them by the throat, you slam against the wall and grab them by the balls, and you squeeze until they tell you what you want to hear.
That's what James does to dogs when we have to get information.
Good God.
That's why he's not in the clergy anymore. Part of the reason.
You guys.
You make one joke. It's no longer about the lobsters. It's now the dogs.
So true. The old ladies.
Recently,
Oh, what was
I've
the old
learned.
ladies a thing too?
That was Caleb's thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
That's
I
your
don't know.
No, that was Caleb playing Aaron's character.
I thought Caleb fucked a whore as Aaron's character. And
That's
got,
what
like,
That was an
super
old.
mega AIDS.
That was an old lady. That's a barkeep. Yeah.
Like, isn't that how we killed Aaron's character off? Like, you gave him super mega AIDS and he just died of super mega AIDS?
Probably.
Oh, God.
It's like, I hate all of you so much. Everyone has super AIDS.
Well, we're here. We might as well go ahead and finish out what we came for. I mean, we did make the
Alright,
journey
so
after
just
all.
tell me the information you need so we can get this going.
Well, finish your drinks, I assume, and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here works for me.
As you're leaving, back in the dour, misty town of Krez, cold, late in the evening now. As you're leaving, and does flag you down. He is in a large cottage house, and out front, he's tending to some pigeon coops near the home, along with some chickens, 2 small goats, and a young child playing in the dirt. He raises his hand over to you and flagging you down.
This.
I will approach.
Is everyone in consent?
I'll follow.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't consent to
over
this
there.
quest.
Let
Just
me know
a
if
quest
you
rape.
think differently. How about that? Going over, man introduces himself, along with his wife, who stands up from their chicken coop, cleaning it out as well. He says, "Hello, my name is Dimitri. This is my wife Anna. I'm the mayor of this town. It's nice to meet you all. and he gives you all a firm handshake.
Sure.
Um,
Roll a strength check.
Oh God. he does that douchebag handshake where they try and squish your hand.
it's like, wow, you're so cool.
Roll a 1.
They dress
Needs
quite
to-
modestly. They have their kind of rough spun tunics pulled up as they do cleaning around their house. Anna has a large necklace on with 2 gold frames, each showing a ruddy black and white photo of a small child. He greets you, shakes your hand, says, I'm the mayor of this town. We don't get many visitors, but if there's anything you need, just let me know. I can try to help you out.
I'll just say, well, is there anything that you would need from some burly adventurers?
His wife looks at him, and he looks at her, and he kind of shakes his head no. But she gives him a meaningful look, and he says, "Well, I didn't mean to flag you down just to ask you to do something, but we are having a little trouble here, and you do look quite burly yourselves."
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in being a third.
He doesn't speak for all of us.
I lean over to Deathis.
What are they talking about?
Sucking each other's dicks, dude. Just let it go.
The ancient warrior
Oh.
ritual.
Well, Dimitri, what is it that you
Alright.
need us to do, or what task do you have at hand for us?
He says, "Well, we are having a bit of trouble. At least, we certainly have some. We've had some grave robbers in town lately. This is a particular concern to me as we have lost 2 children ourselves. Even with the Abbott's miracles, they unfortunately passed away. So you can see that grave robbing is a dire offense to me. If you could find out who's doing this, I would be in your debt."
Now, is it a local grave, or is it one outside, city walls?
Says yes, everything in Krez is within the city walls. We would try to never venture out unless if we could help it.
No, is it just one, or is it multiples? Or is it happening all at one time?
I've heard reports every now and then of grave robbing. People reporting that graves have been disturbed or their offerings have been taken. But when my children died, that was the most brazen. The coffins were interred, left open to the pouring rain. It was a horrific sight.
How did they die?
He says, I'm not sure. Some sickness took them. The fever was so high and they had pustules on their skin. He kind of tenderly grabs his wife. He says, the abbot tried to cure them, but it wasn't quite enough. He says, we are in debt to him, of course. We take all miracles we can, and they look to their child playing in the dirt. Seem to hearten themselves.
Did anything strange happen after their untimely death?
Apart from the grave robbing.
So, probably not. So,
No, it was a nice funeral. The abbot proceeded and said some very kind words to all of us.
wait, did we find out what killed the kids again?
Yeah,
Some
it's
plague,
hepatitis,
like a
tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Some disease.
COVID-38.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Strahd's in the future.
So Strahd's shoulders are rising and falling with his deep breath, as he seems to be barely controlling a rage that is boiling just beneath the surface.
I'll step up to the couple and say, we take any offenses that target children more seriously than others. Can you help to direct us where we need to go in order to find their graves and inspect them?
So certainly, and he puts it on your map. Gives you directions, and he says, "Again, I didn't mean to wrap you up in my problems. I meant to solve
How
yours."
fucking dare you go down. Just slap his fucking hand away from the map and then bite the shit out of him. I'm just kidding.
Bite him.
No, I'm not actually doing any of these things.
God.
Garrick does instead.
Fucking Mike Tyson him.
Oh my god.
It's the only way to live, man. Come on.
No, it's no concern at all. I mean, if no one else is helping you, then we might as well find someone who will. And since we're freshly new here, I guess it would ease the tension of everyone else around seeing new people come in and leave out of nowhere.
Yes, the guard is looking into it, but having a fresh set of eyes is always helpful.
I pull one of my hand axes from my belt and I shove it into his hands. And I lean in real close and I say,
Fuck your couch.
"Take him."
He says, "I will. I swear it." Very solemnly.
Just bow to him and say, I'm very sorry about what happened to you and your family. And we will work to remedy the problems that have happened. Yes.
I said, "Thank you." Anna licks a small tear from her eye, and they say, "Well, thank you for looking into it. If you happen to hear anything, just let me know." They get back to doing their chores, and a new spot of interest is marked on your map.
Thank you. Now fuck off, please.
Alright, gang, let's go do an unboxing.
Okay. Oh, yeah, man. I guess we're going to head there.
You're heading to the graveyard.
Yeah, why not?
The graveyard is nice, well kept, but again, it's kind of a small area to work with inside these big palisade walls, so everything's cramped together. Apart from a very nice, there's a small pool of water in the center, and there's a big fountain to the Morning Lord in it. And the water looks crystal clear and pure, maybe from a spring high up in the from a source high in the mountains, something like that. That's quite nice. Taking a moment to find the correct graves, he gave you his last name. It doesn't matter. What was it?
It's irrelevant because he doesn't.
Smith.
Thornton.
There.
Kaye. Finding that quite easy. Two small gravestones, kind of in line with several others in a big plot. You see the ground is indeed freshly uncovered, and the coffins have, of course, been put back, but the ground is quite a different color and texture than the rest, as it still remains to be simmered down to the consistency of the rest of it.
Survival checks?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just
No,
helped.
it wouldn't be survival. It'd be
Investigation.
Investigation.
Hell yeah.
I want to try to look around and see if there are any other grave sites that have like the freshly disturbed dirt, and see if there's any type of correlation between them.
Yes. What type of things do I find with a 4?
Not a lot.
I got a 13. I got a 13 on investigation,
This dirt's fresh.
and then a 21 on perception.
24 for perception.
So you two, he didn't specify exactly which graves have been disturbed in the past, but with your keen eyes, you can tell. It takes a good while
Specialized.
Elf
for
eyes. Don't
grass, the patchy grass to kind of grow back up in the ground to look uniform with the rest of it. So you're able to find other areas of interest where possible grave robbing has happened. But With your low investigations, you're not finding a lot just yet.
I'm gonna call out to the others and be like, everybody, start looking around.
Uh,
Look for any kind of altered ground and see if anybody has dug up these graves. So everybody has to roll now.
I got a 22 for investigation since I didn't roll.
Well, fuck you.
Damn, you're good. So, okay. First of all, Calgath, you're not doing a very good job. It looks like it hasn't rained here in a while. It's just kind of a dry, cold, mountainy kind of thing. But you do find a preserved footprint.
You were gonna say foot, and I was real concerned for that.
A boot print in the soft, loamy soil, but it doesn't lead anywhere. It just is.
I say, hey guys, what kind of cat do you think left this? Weirdest thing I've ever seen. Jeez.
For Ixalan,
Laid on.
hidden well away, it kind of had been pushed by the wind off to the edge in a kind of bush area. You find a strip of handkerchief, and it has a distinct smell.
Is it any smell that I've come across before?
Probably
Well,
yes. It smells of tallow.
Smells of tallow.
candle making. I'm going to assume candle making.
That's about all you find.
I'll take that piece and bring it back to the group. There wasn't any other correlations between like what the headstones say at each site that would be disturbed.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
No.
So I found a piece of tallow right here. It a cloth that smells like tallow. Who do we know that we've come across this before from? Like what areas?
Anybody who used tallow for anything. I mean, I'm sure we had, I just don't remember.
I'm gonna pull out that black candle, the Vanta black candle, and I want to see if it's the same scent.
Except for the magical properties, the black candle is just a candle, and it does smell very similar. If you didn't know what you were looking at, you would just see it as a candle, and it smells like a candle. These aren't, Bed Bath and Beyond candles. These are just fat candles.
Yeah.
For purpose, not smell.
pH 80, correct?
Yeah.
What kind of candles you got, baby? Fat candles, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty hot in tallow.
Pretty fat.
So we go and kill all of the candle makers.
No, we don't need to be killing anything right now.
Should have been put.
We do have a lead on where we need to look, though. If they're using candles, it's either going to be from a maker or something for ritualistic means.
Well, I ain't going in his house and killing the thing he fucks this time. No one else? No one else? Okay.
We definitely got it, for sure.
It doesn't smell like cantaloupe, so don't need to worry about that.
I think it's
Garrett, once we killed her, it would have been awesome if you said like a cantaloupe with a hole cut and it drops to the ground.
Bugs everywhere, unwashed.
Oh!
You brought it on yourself, James.
Too far! We took it too far!
I mean, that guy wasn't taking showers. You think his flesh doll is?
Alright, lead the way. Jesus Christ.
I guess we're gonna head back to Dimitri and ask him what kind of who's a prominent candle maker in the town.
Okay.
And he's gonna like, why me?
Heading back to Dimitri's cottage, the mayor's cottage. Taking a little while to get back there and doing some investigation. It's just him outside now, and he seems to be just finishing up the last few chores of the day. The pigeon coops are looking much cleaner than they were, though that won't last long. As well as some of the small garden out front being weeded and all that, growing as best it can in this horrible domain that Strahd owns. Maybe some potatoes to grow every now and then. That's about it. Certainly no flowers. Getting back to him, you ask about candle makers. He scratches his chin. No beard or anything, just kind of old and wrinkled with age. Thinks about it for a moment. He says, "Well, the town relies on light because of all the mist from the mountains. We do have a very important candle making shop here. If you smell tallow, I imagine that would be the place." And he'll mark an X on your map.
Do we let him know about any of the things we find?
Nope.
No.
I'm just gonna head on up there.
Okay.
Do I see a weapon on his waist?
Yeah, hand axe.
All right. I'll give him a wink.
I immediately take offense to it.
That you pass for now.
He almost got hurt.
God.
Fuck.
I guess we'll head that way to the
Yep.
candlestick maker.
Yep.
To the much rhymed about candlestick maker. Well,
If you fucking say his name is Jack, I'm gonna be happy.
little less like the storybooks, as
His
this is
last
some.
name is Meolf.
Yeah, bust in, he's jamming a candle up his own ass.
No, it's owned by two brothers, both Jack B. Nimble and Jack B. Quick.
Jesus.
No one knows what their middle name means. It's just a B.
Oh yeah,
Stands-
Stands for
Stands for-
beehole. Yep, alright, beat you to it. Alright, beat you to it.
I trained you well.
Onward.
Oh, how did Jack be home quick?
Good God.
Wait, what? So, a little apart from the storybooks you may have heard as little children growing up, this isn't a cute, quaint cottage with a fantastical man. This is actually kind of a gross, uh, uh, whole rendering area. It's on the side of town. Kind of people don't want to live near it. It stinks. It smells like animals and fat and boiling animal fat. um,
Well, there you go.
Just the way I like it.
it's quite smelly around here. You can see the house has been converted, one side being the house itself, and the others being this big wooden overhang with this huge, almost like cauldron, and there's this bubbling, thick, white, disgusting, fat soup that is cooking down, cooking down, cooking down, and a man is kind of slowly turning the big wooden
Ladle?
like, ladle, and you can kind of see from his expression of just kind of like pained monotony that he does this for many hours a day.
All right, quick question, or two. Are they making soap, and is there a basement they're not allowed to talk about?
Damn it, I was gonna ask that.
The first rule of Fight Club is for everybody to have a good time. No, they're making
The real rules were the rules we made along the way.
God.
You can see they have a kind of a one-all selling area that's really close to the tallow. They probably bring most of their goods to stores in town. I mean, it's all in town, but they do have some lanterns up for display, as well as many molds for candles of various sizes and functions. The man pays no attention to you. He is ladling. He's going in a circle, very slowly and strongly. See his taut muscles, his core is probably ripped. He's just going back, rendering this fat, rendering this fat.
Rendering.
What do you guys do?
Well, I guess I'll walk up to him and confront him about. So I'll do this instead. I will. I'll walk up and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Dathis.
It's good day, Dathis. What can I do you for?
Um, we were investigating some interesting things around town, and we wanted to ask you some questions. Do you happen to know anything about any of the grave robberies that have been going on?
You part of the town guard?
No, but not sure that's relevant.
I tell him there's 6
Why are you
people in this
bothering me?
town and we're none of them. How the fuck do you not know we're not part of the town guard?
He's asking more of like, why are you asking me questions? Where's your warrant, pig?
I'm gonna at that moment I'll like whistle real low, and then Big Bad will come around to my side and be like, "Look, I'm just trying to figure some things out. I don't want to have to fucking kill you, but we can."
Oh, are we gonna hurt him?
He hackles at that. He says, you get your mutt near me, I'll sling hot fat on it. I'll show him a thing or two.
I'll pull out my bow and aim it at his head and be like, "I'll fucking take you down before you touch my bow."
Whoa!
I'll cast I cast water walking and I go walk over his boiling vat of fat.
Gross.
Oh, God.
Water walking and fat is the only thing that doesn't work with it. Sorry, he fall into the
Whoops.
It's in the spell description. You're supposed to read that.
Don't know what you want me to do about it, but you did. Anyway,
The river of lava
Always
again.
Jumping into boiling things.
Yeah, what's that about, James? You got some death wish?
let me just for funsies roll on a die. Just let's say this is a life or death situation.
Oh
It
my
doesn't work.
God.
Let's see what that roll is. Oh,
It's a
okay, it's not a 1. It's not a 1.
You're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. Are you actually casting water walking to walk over his fat?
Yep, I
Okay.
totally am.
Well, Death is pulling his bow, and it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't just aim a bow at me in town. Hold on, hold on, hold on. He's backing up. He stops his incessant swirling of the fat and rendering it down. But you get up and kind of jump onto the fat, which at first he's like, "What are you doing?" He freaks out a little bit, thinking you're just jumping into this cauldron like a psychopath. But you just float there. You levitate above.
I just
So
float there like a psychopath.
Yeah, and that kind of silences him. He's like, "What? What?" And he looks back to Dathis. He's like, what do you want from me?"
I'd like for you to be honest at least. That would make everything a lot easier.
From the house, 2 men step out. Both of them holding makeshift weapons. One holding a long kitchen knife, the other holding what looks to be almost a bat. Seems to be just a wooden baton of some sort. It probably came off some tool at some point in his life.
They
They both
walk in
come
the
out.
house.
They come out of the house towards you.
Oh, okay.
Can I leap into action?
Anytime.
What kind of surroundings do we have?
They're almost flank up against the palisade wall. This whole town is a big circle, like Konosuba style, wall all around it. And they're about as far close to the wall as you can get. So you see, like, right beside the house is this wall, and then you got a bit of space in between. Like, nobody wants to live near here. So it's kind of this dungy alleyways in a city, in this big, like, rendering plant, for
Alright.
lack of a better word.
Well, I'll dip off and go into stealth.
I see.
So which
Roll
of
me a
the
stealth.
two? Go ahead.
26.
Okay, I don't think God could see you, but okay.
All right. So which of the two?
God can't see
The
me beating it off
new-
over here.
Which of the two new inductees is bigger, like more muscular?
As they walk out, you see.
Fat or blade?
Let the dice decide. I'll let the dice decide. As they walk out, you see a very similar look between them. They are pretty obviously brothers, or at very least cousins. Um, they all seem to have the same kind of grimy, gross look and smell to them that comes from working at a rendering plant all day, day in and day out. They're kind of greasy, bad skin, tall, thin. The one with the big kitchen knife is pretty big. The knife looks small in his hands. He was gifted with some height, while the other two look about the same.
So they look like high school kids.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, bad skin, greasy hair.
So yeah, kitchen knife kid. I
They're not
rush
high school
over,
kids, they're
grab him by the throat, and slam him against the wall.
Give me a grapple. He's not gonna just want that.
Oh god damn it! I rolled a 1.
You jerk him off instead.
I trip on the way over there.
He steps back and you try to grab his neck and you get a little oily, greasy part of his skin and you slip right off. And he says, "Hey, don't touch me!" And he raises up his knife, ready to strike. He says,
Oh,
"What
I
the hell do
really
you think
want
you're
to.
doing?"
I'm walking on your fat, bitch.
Seems like we're about to play.
I drop my pants and I start saying, "Look, man, if you don't fucking comply, you're about to lose all your fat in the most disgusting way I can
You
possibly
don't
conjure
comply,
up at
you
the
gonna
moment."
lose an eye, baby.
These cannons have a very special scent. It's organic.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
What the fuck?
Uh, he says, look, just don't shoot me, okay? Just whatever you want, just take it. The other one, with a knife, is bowed up to you in full stabbing motion as you just try to grab his throat, and he is screaming at you. And the other brother, with the like kind of broom handle, it's a lot thicker. It's probably from a lever or something like that. He's holding it up flank, and he says, "Guards, guards!" What do you guys do?
I shit in the fat.
Jesus
My
Not a
God.
Christ.
sentence I thought I would ever say.
Uh,
Here we are.
Really, James? You of all people, huh?
can I, Jesus.
Says,
What I was gonna say is, can I cast silence around the person who's there
That
with the
only
guy?
deals with spells. It doesn't quiet them.
Oh, it doesn't. But no noise can be made inside of the bubble.
I thought that was the case as well.
Yeah, I'm
What?
pretty sure that.
What does the actual
Pretty,
spell
pretty,
say?
pretty fucking sure that's
Why
the
do I?
Yep. For the duration, no sound can be created. Yeah, so that's totally the case. And yeah, okay.
Well,
Has nothing.
it doesn't stop spell casting, just spells
You know,
that have verbal
exactly.
components.
It's any
But that's
noise
like
in
a
that
lot of
area.
spells.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna cast silence
On
on the guy. It's a 20-yard area, so I mean it's a pretty fucking big, a 20-foot radius. Excuse me.
it is true. You guys are all kind of going to be in a silence dome.
Yeah.
Everyone but the brothers and the other one guy. You do so, Patches. Everyone but the brothers. You um you know if you shoot a gun and you have the E sound, you kind of get that, but it's about 10,000 times worse. You are silenced. You're deafened. You can hear nothing but your own heartbeat in your ear. Um, the man with the knife, this is clearly an aggressive action, is going to strike at you, Yark.
All right.
He does not know the fire within you. Just thinks you're like a regular man. Hey, yeah, what's your AC?
17.
Nope. He's not committed. He's I wouldn't call him a murderer or an adventurer, this is kind of a lot to ask him, but you're clearly being very aggressive towards him, and he kind of whip stabs at you, more so trying to push you back away from him. And he's like, ha ha ha, quick O.J. Simpson stabs, trying to get you back.
Good God.
God.
But he can't, he's not making connection with you. He's not committing fully by any means. What are the rest of you doing? What's everyone doing?
I immediately start to rage.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. What about all the rest of you?
It's playtime.
My hand's already out. I'm ready to shoot. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Calm Emotions.
On your own party?
It's just everybody, just everybody.
I don't know if it works like that.
I'm
What about
already
you,
inside
there in the
looking.
shadow? You're looking inside the house. Okay. Give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
28.
Oh, you can choose to
That's a
fail
lot.
the charisma save if you wish.
Yeah, that's up to you guys. However you wanna. You can so cast it, but if your friends don't listen, that's up to them.
Oh no, it means they can willingly accept it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In other words, they can choose to accept it. That just means they automatically fail it.
But
like
you
kind of
gotta
zone
you
of
gotta
truth.
pass the charisma 14, which isn't high. But if you want to be an asshole.
Oh, so casting that? So I need to make a save?
Yeah, it's anybody within a 20-foot radius.
No, Jarek doesn't like being controlled.
It's just
Well,
for,
I'll make you indifferent about being controlled.
Oh.
You can suppress any effect causing the target to be charmed and frightened. Alternatively, you're making target indifferent about creatures of your choice that is hostile towards. Okay. You're gonna make people indifferent towards the brothers.
I guess
The
just
three brothers.
and vice versa.
So I need to
them
make
them
a-
not as hostile.
Would
Charisma
that
14.
count as a charm effect?
It is a charm effect.
Oh, then.
Okay. So I get advantage against it, basically.
Yeah.
If you
Elves
want.
can't be charmed, or they get advantage against being charmed, and they cannot be put to sleep by spells.
Yeah, no. Jarek is finally getting to stretch.
Good
And he
God.
really wants to go.
That just leaves you, Dathis.
Oh, nope.
Hey.
That is a 9.
it leaves me to do what?
Wow.
James
Even
is
with
trying to
advantage,
calm
it's a 9?
That is a 9 with advantage.
Jesus.
Wow.
Wait, what am I doing?
James casts Calm Emotions or Calm Person, so either you can roll to ignore it, or you can just accept it.
This is the spell version of either we fucking or I'm fucking.
We can do this the hard way, or we can do it the easy way.
Oh, see, you choosing the hard way.
Alright, so I'll let
Everybody
my rage
calms
drop
the
out.
fuck down.
Yeah, I can. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not affected one way or the other. So I had advantage on it. So
Patrick fails his roll on purpose.
yeah, I got an 8. So
Everybody takes a breath. Though, you guys know that Algath caused that. Just, you guys have that knowledge.
We only have a minute of this calm, so be snappy. Look, guys, we're looking into some suspicious activity surrounding a couple of villagers getting the plague. Do you know anything about it? Yes or no?
You're mixing some wires there.
the
In the meantime, Ixalan, like a 28 or something.
Yeah, what did my elf eyes see?
Small house, just as unpleasantly smelling, but well lit. There's candles everywhere of all shapes and sizes. Any kind of defective pieces or any pieces they need are quickly made and added to the pile. Their hearth is just breast with candles. The wooden plank kind of making their mantelpiece has all these candles, and most of them are burning. It's quite well lit in here. Looking around, there's not a lot of hiding places, especially not from your eyes. Um, a loose floorboard reveals a small wound leather kind of a bag, not bag, like a burlap sack, and wound within is this big menagerie of treasures, a ruby ring, um, silver earrings. There is a brooch, um, and there are two necklaces that are very similar to the ones that Anna was wearing, the kind of big mourning necklaces. They don't have pictures in them, but they're the same like make.
All right, I'll take that sack and I'm gonna kind
Was
of
Anna the wife of the
mayor. Yes,
mayor?
Yes, correct.
I'll take that sack and I'll tuck it into my cloak.
You
Get
have
ready
it.
to cast the spell again.
Is there like a ledger that I can find?
For their business, yes.
Yeah, I want to find that.
They do have a ill-kept ledger. You can see some of their orders, like they'll have a date and they need X amount of candles, or wax processed, or this cow is being bought and slaughtered. They have, just a general list of names.
All right. I want to take like the last, I guess, 10 recent logs in there, memorize them, and then I'll put it back and then put the floorboard back to where it looks like nothing was touched with.
Okay, okay. Pretty easy to do.
I'm sitting there trying to sing Kumbaya to everybody.
Outside, while you're doing this, everyone is calmed a little bit. No more stabbing, no pre-beating. Everybody's kind of like indifferent to the whole thing, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It only lasts for a minute. Oh.
said I did let my rage drop out once that hit.
And it does say at DM's discretion they can re-enter exactly the same rage they were in at the cast of the spell.
That is completely up to Yark.
No, he's
He's like,
feeling
yeah.
indifferent now. Then he's fucking
What are these emotions?
like,
Fuck it. I don't care. Or do I?
The clock is ticking, but for the moment you have smoked them peace pipe,
Yeah.
What do you
Smoke
do
it in
with it?
peace pipe.
why are we here? Bored.
I'm asking myself that for years, man.
I thought we were here investigating the plague thing.
Grave robbing.
Well, yeah, the grave robbing of the plague people, right?
Yes, the kids had the plague.
Well, I'll ask him if that was part of the body parts that they put in their soup.
It's good lord, man. We don't put body parts in here. But you may have robbed a few graves here and there.
Well, I'll tell him. You know what? Those kid bones. I can tell you what you can do with them in the form of a pie.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Actually, you're
Jarek
harassing me. But you
very-
just ruined this whole vat of fat. Well, I'm going to need some compensation from you, sir.
Jarek turns very pointedly towards that, and he is like looking at Calgath like, what the fuck are you talking about? As veins start popping up in
man.
his neck.
Listen, man, you don't know about these pies. You think my
What
calm
about
down spell?
pies?
You think my calm down spell worked wonders? You don't even know. don't even know.
How do you think we got that werewolf to calm down?
Is
What
that how
wolf?
we calmed him down?
Yeah. Do you not remember I gave him a fucking pie after he transformed?
Shit.
And then you casted, what was it? Remove curse?
Oh, yeah.
He's poking you now, Calgath.
Like poking me in the chest.
Yeah. Not in a way to bar fight, not angrily, but he's very upset about his fat. He says you need to compensate him.
I told him the terms of my agreement, and by screaming and being unruly, you agreed to that. You agreed to me pooping in your fat. You signed that contract, my friend. And let's just say I put the dotted line down.
You agreed to it. I'm here to collect.
Signed on the dotted line. He says, well, I think we're going to have to get the guards involved.
Yes, let's get them involved. Didn't you say something about having done some grave robbing?
Another lie by the foreigner.
At which
I'll
point,
pull out my bow and I'll say, dead people can't tell lies either.
I'm completely indifferent to that, he says.
at which point
Jesus Christ.
I'll kind
I
of.
feel like the candle maker's making a really good point. What the fuck were we talking about kids' bones earlier for?
You see me kind of reappear right behind him. Yeah, let's get the guards involved, and let's get the mayor over here too, so we can straighten some things out.
First of all, he says, kids' bones. We only use fine cow fat in our candles, thank you. I don't know what you're implying.
No, I'm
Holy
not
cow.
talking to you. I'm talking to the fucker standing on the dripping pot over here.
Okay, I'll get.
Wait, what?
What the fuck are you talking about? Kids' bones and pies.
Oh. We met some witches that put ground bones into pies and used them for some kind of spell. It made people complicit.
Where are they at?
Complacent.
These witches were bitches, so they got stitches.
Uh,
I need
don't
you
know
to
where
pick
they
your
are.
next words real fucking careful. Where the fuck are they at?
I don't know where they are, but if I did, I would be killing them because they killed my brother.
Sure.
Gasp.
I like that answer.
Ixalan, you appear out of the shadows as you often do. They're not
Oh,
stupid.
God!
They're a bit, yeah, Jesus. They're a bit wary of your now willingness to get the guards involved. He says, maybe you could just slip us a little gold and we'll all call it even. How about that?
No. See, you wanted the guards over here. Let's go call them. Let's handle this in a more civilized manner. As well as let's see who you've done business with in the past, I don't know, couple days at the same time. If
I
you've
don't
got
really
nothing to
like
hide.
talking to the guards. They annoy me.
He says, all right. Let me go inside my home and get my nice coat on before we see the guards then.
No. We're going now. You've been out here stirring and everything like that. I don't think you'd mind getting dressed up nice. Because then it shows you have something to hide, doesn't it?
He says, well, your opinion is considered and rejected. Need to go inside for a moment. And he's going to walk that way. Unless you stop him.
Yeah, I'll Misty Step to the front of the door and block him.
Oh, wait. What the fuck is going on? Are we doing something again?
They might be. So your spell is probably worn off at this point.
It definitely has.
Yark, you're feeling a little less calm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting real tired of people's shit.
I can feel it.
I've been so bored.
Standing in front of the door, like if he approaches me, I'll call out from behind him. Yark, if you see him trying to even enter this door past me, go ahead and restrain him for us.
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna hurt him real bad.
Hold him tight, real tight.
No, I'm gonna hurt him. I'm gonna hurt him real bad.
No, we need him to
I'm gonna
talk.
start pulling my great axe across her hands. Like flexing real hard.
It's like, I think I remember his final words. They were, ah!
They were, Jesus Christ, my split!
You know what? This is a lot of opinions and emotions going on all at once. Ixalan, can you roll me a d20, please?
A D20.
Just give me the flat roll.
15.
Okay. Good. It's good. It's good. Just letting the gods get in a little bit in this action. You scare him a lot by suddenly teleporting in front of him. He's, whoa! Jesus Christ! Whoa, what matter of devil are you?
See, you find it funny. I'm not really much of a religious person myself, but I do travel one. I can assure you that if I was any kind of devil or demon or anything of that nature, I wouldn't be standing here right now.
He says, fine. I'll stay out here if it's so important to you. He says, Robin, not Rob, 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 Marcel, go back inside. I'll handle this.
So boring.
His brothers are going to go back inside.
I'm not moving from the doorway.
There's a front door and a side door.
Well, I mean, they can try to enter.
I'll aim the bow at the other doorway.
I'm desperately trying to decide whether or not Jarek can read the room or not.
You know what? I got another idea. Yark, you come stand where I am. I'll go get the cards.
Ooh!
That's a healthy choice.
As you guys are shuffling a bit, at gunpoint, at bullet point, knife point, I guess specifically, Rob runs. So an episode pops.
I'm gonna shoot him in the leg.
You got what?
Shoot him in the leg?
A called shot has disadvantage, I think. That's an ancient rule we house ruled long
A
ago.
cold shot has disadvantage?
Called shot, like I'm going to shoot it in the eye, or I'm going to shoot him in the leg. It comes at disadvantage for that price.
Unless you have, what is it, sharpshooter feet or
What
something?
is it? Can you what?
That's
Yeah, you can tell the guys something.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
So,
Hey.
Where is he trying to run?
guess what?
what?
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Tomorrow's your birthday. What? I didn't
Happy
know
early
that.
birthday.
Happy birthday!
He's very excited. Yeah, I mean, that's fun. This is like I roll like to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So that's a 24 and a 20.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Plus 10 to hit.
You know the Skyrim where he runs. He's like, "Oh, fuck this!" And he runs, and they just put him. He put one in the leg.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens. Right in the back of the knee, he crumples. He screams. Uh, at this point, with the kerfuffle, the guards are coming. You can see a few, 3 or 4, holding torches out, walking with great haste towards you. Seeing this, they pick up their stride and unsheath their swords. And
I will stand between our group and them and meet them whenever they get to me.
Which way was this guy trying to run?
just anywhere that wasn't here.
The wrong
Oh,
way.
he wasn't trying to go inside.
No,
Like, fuck this.
you're just trying to get out of there. Meeting the guards, they have unequipped their swords, brought to bear, and are staring daggers at you. And they said, "All right, what's going on here?"
Wait, you said you, but which you?
Me.
Ixalan.
Really? Even though I just shot the guy, they're staring at Ixalan? That's interesting.
Well, it's
He
because
went
I
and
was
met them.
I'm between y'all.
Oh, okay.
I will have my hands off to the side with my cloak thrown behind me so they can see I don't have anything. And I will tell
He's
them.
got a gun. Shoot him.
Oh my god, he's got a gun!
No, he's not black.
If you heard Drow,
I was so about to say that.
I will tell
He'd
them.
already be dead.
I will tell them. I need one of you to go get the mayor. Go get Dimitri. Have him come over here. This group of people, these candle makers, we have reason to believe that they are tied in with all the recent grave robberies going on, as well as. I need. You know what? Bring his wife too. I want to verify something.
he says, "You're asking a lot of me.
You complete fucking stranger.
You stranger, you better give me a persuasion check."
You better persuade me.
He'll
Can
get
I
the
get-
gab.
Never mind.
The hell is going on over there?
Where, me here at my house?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Was that Olive talking in the background?
She's singing in the background.
Oh, all right. You want the total or you want the natural?
Just give me the total.
24?
It's pretty good. Yeah, you lay out the whole situation. There's 4 of them there, so one of the guys kind of gives a head nod to another one, and only one leaves, leaving 3 to deal with the situation. More than fair. They feel like they've got it in hand. Let's see. What else happens? Yeah, the guards in classic police fashion want everyone to give a report of what the hell's going on. One of the brothers, the tallow twirler, kind of butts in and says, "These people, they accosted me. They ruined my fat. They've been assaulting us for hours. We've been calling for the guards. You've got to help us."
One of the brothers?
Mhm.
Okay, so they didn't make it inside earlier?
No, you got to stop them.
Okay.
Well, hours seems like a far stretch for the amount of time that we've been here.
True, he is dramatizing this in the situation for sure.
Now, see, it's funny because the candle maker, the father, was the one who originally proposed the idea of calling the guards, but then turned that
Of course,
down.
he's bluffing.
So
He's bluffing.
that's suspicious enough as it is. He might have
Call
an
the
underground
guards for
fight
what
club.
purpose?
I shit in his fat.
Yeah, he we wanted to ask him a couple simple questions, and he decided that we needed to leave because he didn't want to basically give up any of the information. Though he did freely admit that, well, he has been robbing some graves.
It's true.
Oh, wait, can I cat? Wait, fuck. Do I have?
So the truth would be great right now.
I was gonna say, bear with me. See, I don't know if I had the spell. Nope, I'm on a different one. Nope, I didn't actually.
Is this Corel? Is this true? The
Have you been drawing again?
He says, no, of course not. These people came up and ruined my latest batch for the candles. I think they're trying to get out of paying the debt they owe. So it seems to be a bit of a he said, she said situation.
Who is the person who were doing the job for? I can't remember.
The mayor?
Mayor
It
Dimitri.
was. Yeah, I thought that was the name. Are they not going to get the mayor?
He is.
That was like 5 seconds ago.
No, I just didn't know if they actually agreed to go do it. That's what I was.
Yeah, I rolled a 24 to persuade, so one
Oh,
guard
oh,
would
there
go
you
get the
go.
mayor and his wife.
I'll hand it the hand and say, just wait for the mayor. He can vouch for everything that we have to say.
Hold up. Who the fuck do I owe money to? I ain't been gambling in so long. I've
No,
been doing good.
no, Yark. He's saying a debt to pay because he was trying to have us. He was trying to get us to bribe him to pay up, so he wouldn't say anything or have to come clean.
What?
Ixalan and Dathis making their case. Brothers are kind of still. Well, one of them is pushed up against the wall still, not allowed to go inside his own home. Calgath, what are you doing?
Shooting him in the bat.
Do I witness him trying to squeeze more money out of people?
he's saying you ruined my fat store and you owe me money, and he's pointing his finger directly in your face.
Oh, okay. I thought he had changed pace and decided I was a lost cause and was trying to
No.
get money.
With
No,
your
he's gonna
pants
remember you
around
for the
your
rest of his
ankles
life.
while you're still trying to pinch that last one off.
I'll tell him that was so long ago. Are you still on about that? If you keep bringing this shit up, I'm gonna shit on your wife. Where is your wife?
He's like, oh my god, he will. I noticed.
Don't do it. He's a madman. He'll do it.
I've seen him.
Yarg, you're a little out of this conversation, or at least not actively, contributing to it necessarily. Give me a perception check.
All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Perception. Oh, shit. And of course I drop one. Oh yeah, that's gonna be real great. All right. That's an 11.
It's so fitting.
You can't see exactly.
Super confused about what's going on. Like, what?
Yeah, you're
Why?
drifting. The conversation, though heated, which you enjoy, you are kind of getting lost in the woods a little bit. A lot of boring talking. Nobody's hitting each other. But
That's right. Well, I know how we can fix all of this.
you do notice something odd.
All right.
Not sure exactly why, but one of the brothers, the one with the knife that didn't run away and get shot, has managed to very slowly inch his way behind everyone and is creeping toward the back of Dathis.
I smile real big because
Dude.
I'm getting a little bit excited.
They're sneaking behind me. As I say, I'm pretty sure. What? How does my dog not notice he's a fucking wolf?
He's busy cleaning his balls to be extra super pearly clean.
Yeah, he's not having a good time in this area. His nose is like on fire at all times, basically.
Oh shit.
So
man.
yeah, I go for my same thing that I try to do with the fucking itty bitty toothpick wielder. And I try and grab him by the throat and slam him against the wall.
Give me a grapple check.
Hopefully this time it's not a 1!
What do you get? Let's see.
Oh god. Where's
You
my
got a
shit?
6. So what do you get?
Wait, where do you find the grapple thing?
Basically, it's
Grapple is
a strength check.
Oh, it's just a strength check? Okay.
or athletics.
Wait. Which one is it?
Strength check.
I
and
guess it
athletics.
doesn't matter, it's the same number.
Should
That's a 13.
be. You beat him. More than half. He only got 6. You see him creeping up. I mean, this is all happening in real time, of course. Probably seconds before, at very least, what was it, Big Bad noticed something was amiss. But you saw it first and reach over and grab this man by the neck. And though he is similar height to you, the strength differential is monumental. You kind of pick him up, boots dangling in the air, slam him against the wall, kiss him a little, maybe. As you slam him hard against the wall to his own house, the knife he was holding, now hidden in his sleeve, comes flopping out, hitting the ground with a ringing as it hits a stone as it falls down to the slightly paved road.
What are you doing, little fairy?
He
I
says,
start squeezing his throat a little bit harder, and I reach down and I grab that little sack of his and I
Oh,
give it a
God.
squeeze.
It's nuts, man.
"Oh God, he shot my brother! He shot my brother!"
Your brother should have shut the fuck up.
Oh no, did I like that?
Good God.
What are you trying to do?
Fair's fair.
That's right, fair's fair.
Fucking hell.
This kerfuffle has been noticed by the guards. They're all coming to kind of break you two up, trying to push you out of the way. From nearby, Mayor and his wife, along with their guard, I guess you could say, torch out. He's leading them slowly. You guys, you should all notice. If you want to do anything in particular.
You want to do what?
The mayor is here.
Okay.
I run up and start bowing to him and kissing his feet.
Oh, Jesus. He's uncomfortable.
Oh no, I'm chanting, Mayor, Mayor, Mayor.
Jesus fucking
I think I'm
Christ.
gonna make this little canary sing for me.
Mayor,
I'll give it a little squeeze.
Mayor, Mayor.
The canary in question goes, "Ah!" Guards are trying to pull you two apart. You going to consent to this, Jarek? Kind of trying to break up the fight.
What's wrong?
You got him, big guy. We'll take it from here. I saw just, good God, let go of his balls.
I thought it was a pretty song. Let him go.
You're making every man in a 30-foot radius AoE hurt. They do grab him, having seen what happened as you revealed it, and kind of fasten his hands behind him. And he's like, "Oh, he shot my brother!" And he can't quite walk, so they kind of pick him up. Mayor arrives. He looks concerned. Says, "What is going on?"
Dimitri, before we start anything else, can you please explain to the guards what you have asked us to do? So you can verify to them, or they can be verified that we have something that you've given us a task to clear up and resolve for you.
He says,
And I say, Mayor, I'm gonna shit on everything this guy loves.
What the?
he says, yes, it's true. I asked him to help me. Didn't exactly foresee this, though.
George, I think this one's got a problem.
Well, there's a reason why things have escalated to the way they are, and the reason being is that the task you've given us is trying to discover who's been doing the grave robbings.
Yes.
In the graveyard itself, we found a piece of cloth that smelled like tallow. That's why we came to ask you who is the candle maker. Here we are at the candle maker's house. Now, with that being stated, there is one thing I want your wife to tell me. And I reach into the bag and I pull
He
out.
says, "How big is that dick?"
He pulls the condom out.
Boom.
I reach into the bag and I pull out
Whose kid is it?
the gold lockets, the same that she has. Do these look familiar at all?
She does a pained, kind of gasp, and she takes them, and you see them match up exactly along with her own necklace. Hers has the pictures of the children in them, while theirs is just a decorative gold necklace, but it is exactly the same sort of um, almost it seems like a morning lord burial custom, perhaps, this necklace of gold, and it kind of looks like sunlight, but yeah, very clearly from the same batch, same make, same purpose. She takes it, and she looks with this utmost pain in her eyes, and she says, Corel, why? You disgust me. And he says, no, no, it wasn't like that. I didn't mean any disrespect. I just wanted the necklace. Just a little extra gold.
Yeah, see, I thought that was the case, and I'm sorry that you had to relive those memories. The other question is, and I rattle off the last 10 entries that were in the ledger. Do you know who these people are and what they do professionally?
Yes. No one around town. They will both know. Um, Again, it's mostly just in the process of candle making, either from buying dead cow fat or getting supplies. One of the two. Doesn't seem to be under the table necessarily. Seems to be all above board. You
Well,
do have that information.
alright. Well, it seems that his ledger is perfectly fine and clean, so therefore you don't need to worry about anyone else in the town being corroborating with him. But that does leave the fact that he did openly admit to us that he has done some grave robbing. And with the bag of trinkets right here, and I pull out the whole burlap sack and I hand it over to the mayor, I'm pretty sure these would like to go to the actual family members instead of into someone's pockets.
Yes, it seems though he has not quite fenced them yet. He may have had to go to a different town for that, since it's kind of a tighter knit community. He may or may not have put that in the ledger. You're not sure, but it seems that they are still on his personage, regardless. Taking them, you can return them to the mayor, and he and the guards will make sure they get back to their rightful owners. Anna, as that's her name, has gone from a depressed look to one of hate, and she says, take them away, which the guards will, unless you want to stop them or do anything else.
I say take all the profit he has and distribute to everyone that he's grave robbed as well.
Also, don't use that tallow. I spit in it.
He says, I think that's a damn fine idea,
There
I
you
know, I
go.
thought so
especially
too.
the tallow part.
Yeah.
Mitch, you can always just have them stay with me for a night. I can fix them right up.
Don't let that guy near them or their testicles. He'll destroy them.
Um, and older lady, she's got grayish hair now, though well taken care of. See it kind of tied back. Um, she goes up to you, Yark, and she says, "Oh, thank you, thank you. I'll let justice take hold, I think." And she goes and pats your shoulder, leaning into your ear
And
to
why do you
whisper.
tell me it's in the deep stand 12? You still speak to me.
What?
Was
You
that?
sound like the fucking parents off of Charlie Brown.
That's not me.
Womp 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 womp.
She pats you on the shoulder. She says, thank you. I'll let justice take hold, though, or do its process, though. She whispers in your ear, Yark, where no one else can hear,
All
and she
right.
says, If you're serious, I can get you a key.
Oh, I like playtime.
Jeez.
She gives you a knowing look full of fire and fury.
Wait, this was an old woman that said that?
Yeah.
Jesus, grave robber.
I look right back into her eyes with a bit of excitement and a lot of rage.
Two things you do best. Deal with that later. As the guards kind of clean everything up, they take the valuables, they manacle the brothers' hands together. One in particular not being able to walk very well for some reason.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Dimitri says, "Oh wow, thank you for solving that. It is a huge load off, especially my wife took it very personally to have those graves defiled like that. Even if it was just for profit, it was still a disgusting act. If there's anything I can do for you all, just say the word."
Ale.
Done.
I mean, we can just pay for ale, Yarg. That's... Jesus.
No. Ale from a person who is gratitudinal to me.
Tastes best.
Taste the bestest.
All right, well, we'll take care of that later.
He certainly fully agrees. And the rest of you can think of your favor for helping out the mayor next time on D&D.